Here despite this rain here tonight. I am a British Palestinian who's been fighting for Palestinians' human rights. Israel has illegally occupied Palestine for decades and has continued their system of ethnic cleansing and trying to wipe out the Palestinian population from their homes, the indigenous population of Palestine. And Donald Trump has done nothing but to accelerate the oppression of Palestinians. Donald Trump attempted to call Jerusalem the capital of Israel. Jerusalem has been illegally occupied by Israel, by a terrorist state. And at the same time, when Donald Trump moved the US Embassy to Jerusalem in order to try and accelerate calling it the capital of Israel, when we all know it is the capital of Palestine, and Jerusalem will always be the capital of Palestine. And at the same time, when he moved the US Embassy to Jerusalem, Palestinians in Gaza who've been living under a blockade, under a brutal siege for over a decade. And when these Palestinians marched to the border which has entrapped them under this brutal siege, under this siege which has limited them to 3 hours of electricity a day, has stripped them of their basic rights to even clean water, where the majority of the population are children, and when the majority of the population have been forced away from their homes from other parts of Palestine. That's right, 80% of the Palestinian population in Gaza are refugees. And when the Palestinian people marched to the border and were getting shot at for simply demanding their basic rights to freedom and their basic human rights, which is stipulated under international law, Donald Trump was moving his embassy to Jerusalem. Donald Trump was undermining Palestinians' human rights and at the same time empowering an apartheid state. At the same time, when Palestinians who were unarmed civilian protesters like me and you were being shot in the back, when medics, Palestinian medics who were trying to save these protesters, were being shot, like Rizan al-Najjar, who was shot with her hands up in the air with her white lab coat on as a medic, and that is a crime. That is a crime. When Yasser Matoja, from the press, a journalist, was shot by Israel, he was moving his embassy to Jerusalem, and that is a crime. And the people of Manchester will always stand with Palestine. And the people of Manchester will never welcome the likes of Donald Trump or Israel's apartheid regime. Free Palestine!